cube. Ladies and gentlemen, make your pick: Boston or Detroit.
Okay, first I'm gonna say who I think is gonna take the number one seed. Because just looking at the strength of schedule going throughout the rest of the season.
Thanks for joining us here on Beyond the Mic Sports, where we go beyond the surface and give you takes you won't see coming. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and stay in tune for the vibes.
Yeah.
Detroit has the easier schedule compared to Boston. They'll be playing the Timberwolves twice. They'll be playing the Lakers, the Thunder, and the Suns, which they're all over 500. And then you look at the Celtics, they have a much tougher schedule than the Pistons do. They have to play the Thunder twice, which we know who the Thunder are. They're number one in the league, and they're the best team in the league. Then they have Minnesota, and they have the Knicks, and they have a couple other 500 teams. And looking at the rankings, the Celtics are about 3.5 games behind the Pistons. So I don't think once the regular season is done that they'll claim that number one seed. But going into the postseason, I do think that the Celtics will make it further than Detroit. When you just look at their roster, first of all, when you look at the experience, they have Peyton Pritchard, they have Sam Hauser, they have Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, who all won a chip with this team back in 2023. So they have that championship pedigree. They know how to get it done. They know how to compete. And they have a deep roster. Even when you look at Gonzalez and you look at Neemias Queta, who has been a great center for this ball club. He's been very efficient, especially these last couple games in this second ladder of the season. He's shown up big for them. So shout out to Neemias. But yeah, just overall, their roster is deep. They have a good, solid starting five, especially when you implement Jason Tatum into that lineup, even though he's, injured. Not injured. He's back from injury, but he's not 100%. So once we see him at full strength, I do think that their whole roster in its entirety is better than Detroit.
Man.
Okay. Stop. No. No, you, brother.
I ain't gonna lie. I think the Pistons gonna get the number one seed. I just believe that the Pistons have, they like to beat down a lot of these other teams that really don't have too much star power, too much, offensive talent. But the Pistons is one team outside of the Houston Rockets, but we're gonna focus on the Pistons that give me a little bipolar disorder with them. Like, I love watching the Pistons play, but once Cade Cunningham get off that floor, oh my God. It's really hard to watch them play. I'm not gonna lie. Like, so hard to watch them play. One, now you realize how important Asar Thompson is, because you can't beat these elite teams without having your elite defender and your role man. Tobias Harris, what is he doing there? Like, what can leadership do at this point if you're trying to win the championship?
He was smoking PB&J.
What are you doing there, Tobias Harris? Karis LeVert, before he got injured, he was thinking up the bed. Who else is on his team? Duncan Robinson. If you can't shoot threes, it's like having me out there. Like, this Pistons team, I don't know what's going on. Isaiah Stewart, he decreased from last year. Ron Holland is doing the best, but he's just a tier below Asar Thompson, and you don't need that because you already have a person that can't shoot. Marcus Sasser, he was out of the rotation. Like, and it's just honestly speaking, because I like watching the Pistons. But when Cade Cunningham is not playing, when he's not on the floor doing what Cade Cunningham has to does, or when he's on the floor and he's getting abused because nobody on that team can't help him, like, the Pistons are hard to watch. And I'm telling you this now in the playoffs. Remember, I said this. In the playoffs, it's going to be very hard for them to beat teams if Cade Cunningham is shooting 8 for 28, 9 for 30. Because outside of Cade Cunningham, where's the shot creation coming from? Malik Beasley last year, Tim Hardaway Jr., they provide shooting. They provide confidence to go get the ball and go put it down the hole. You don't have nobody on this team to do this. Jalen Durant, 20 points and 10 rebounds. I swear to God, it's not hurting no other team. I'm trying to tell you this. It's putbacks and it's dunks. It's not hurting.
I'm sorry.
It's very emotional.
During on my channel. We're not doing that.
No, I love Jalen Duren. He's from my city.
Jalen Duren.
He's from my city.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If you putting up 20 points and 10 rebounds, it's hurting somewhere.
It wasn't even.
It's hurting somewhere.
It wasn't even a Duren,
right?
It was the whole thing. I don't like it because there's a couple names you left out. Ron Holland, and Beef Stew, along with Jalen Duren, you know what's going to happen? They're not going to give you no stats, but you know what they're going to do every time? They're going to throw these. They're going to get physical every game. That's what the Pistons do. They get physical. They're going to check your heart. Every game, they checking your heart. Like, they're going to make you fight for it in and out. But the concern, like you said, it is when K's off the floor, but I also don't like their spacing. They attempt a lot of twos. And depending on the matchup, it gets ugly. Like, they play like the Spurs, even though that's a finals thing. But when they play teams like that, it gets ugly. I still do think they take the 1 seed because of the lead they have. But overall, like what Key said, you said the Celtics have a better roster. I could agree with that. They're the better team. I feel they, even with like chemistry and stuff, I can still say they're better.
Got the best player too.
But that physicality, though.
Yeah, you can't undermine that physicality. They gonna bring it. They gonna bring that Piston culture every time.
Beef Stew gonna play 2 minutes, but he gonna throw 2 hands. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this one thing. The Houston Rockets on this episode will be getting these fades. I'm gonna tell you this shit now.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
I'm sorry to all the Houston fans. I'm tired of that team. Let's go.
Let me tell you like this. Them boys in Boston, the best team in the East. Our boy Tatum, the best player in the East. Not named Giannis. Thank you. Not named Giannis. And if he retains his form by playoff time, and I mean even if it's 25, because we're already seeing 20. If he retains 25 by playoff time, boy, it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get real ugly over there in the East. I'm talking 4 O's, I'm talking 4 1s, and I'm talking 4 2s. No game 7s. It's gonna get real ugly over there if Jason Tatum does what I think he's capable of doing from what he's already shown.
Yeah, I definitely agree. He's already, like you said, scoring 20. His first game back, he scored 15, if I'm not mistaken. Then he scored 20, right? On a minute restriction. So going into playoffs, when he's going to be playing the full game, that's 30, right? He's going to be back to his natural state. So no telling what the Celtics are going to be able to do with a fully healthy Jason Tatum.
I mean, we could say fully healthy, but like, I mean, he can't duck the smoke though, because it's a reason he ducking Lou Dort.
Lou Dort might kick him in the heel. Lou Dort dirty. Lou Dort is dirty. I'm gonna get a noise
about that team.
I'm gonna get a noise.
Too dirty.
Lou Dort is a dirty basketball player. I've been saying it for years. Lou Dort walks out on the court intentionally trying to hurt people. There's highlight mixes of it. Minutes long. Minutes.
I think honestly, I think the most important factor is still Jaylen Brown though on the team, because I feel like no matter how, it's like how healthy can he really get? I feel would be the question, because it's like we could say like if he does get there, but I feel like as he still builds up to, I feel like Jaylen Brown's gonna be the deciding factor there. It is great to have him on the court though, and like you said, him dropping 20 already is actually amazing. Like it's actually like I would never expected that, to be honest. But I do feel like Jaylen Brown got to keep playing at that level he was playing. You know, making sure, like, JT can't see the main defensive guys. Like, because if we start – see, it gets crazy because now we get the main defensive guys on different people. It starts messing with stuff.
You don't want Stephon Castle guarding
you. Yeah, Jason Tatum don't want Stephon Castle guarding him.
But then,
that boy's small.
But then it's like, okay, now we got MVP Jaylen Brown. We got MVP Jaylen Brown.
You're right. And I'm not going to lie. In that last matchup with the Spurs versus Celtics, Jaylen Brown was cooking Stephon.
I could have sworn I heard MVP Jaylen Brown.
Cooking Stephon.
I could have sworn I heard that. I could have sworn I heard that. I could have sworn I heard that.
The MVP play in the Midwest. Ain't MVP. Let's stop it.
I heard that.
He's a fraud.
Mm-hmm.
Let's stop it.
Speaking of the Midwest, let's shift our focus.